the floor. The east and the west, their battles won't matter. Only the music can settle the score. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Yeah, bones reflecting my eyes, and when they eat my flesh, but I got the power to win all the hours to run my life away. The sound of the crowd, the creak of the bone, I play it so loud with my mates all alone. It don't really matter if my world should shatter. I hold it together in honor to stone. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die all alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. You die alone, then turning to bone. So rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die. Rock till you die.
Hey guys, welcome to the True Blue Riffcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Dave. My name is Christine DeBelle, but many of you know me as Susan from A Talking Cat. And as you know, I have to go and get my cheese puffs out of the oven. So have a great time with Jeremy and Dave. See you soon.
Thanks, Christine. This is the True Blue Riffcast, the number one RiffTrax podcast in the world. I am your host, Jeremy, and I am joined, as always, by...
Sup, homies? I'm Dave. It's bog time.
It's bog time. Yeah, it's Prime Day. You know, the day that we
We talked
remember.
about bog.
That's the day that we remember the sacrifice made for us by Optimus Prime.
How many times? Didn't he die like 10,000 times?
I don't know. All I remember is he traumatized. They traumatized an entire generation of children by killing off the leader of the
Optimus
Autobots.
Yeah. Oh, what was the name of the, like, they'll be like, oh, we gotta make a bunch of new toys. Wasn't like the guy, what was the name of the guy who replaced Optimus Prime in that movie? Remember his name?
Yeah, it was Hot Rod. Who, once he opened the Matrix of Leadership, then transformed into Rodimus Prime, because the leaders are always a Prime. And he was voiced by Judd Nelson, actually.
You seem very upset by this.
No, I'm not. I'm just being silly because, you know.
Okay.
We got a lot to talk about, guys. We didn't have a show last week because last Tuesday was the 4th of July, so we were busy doing things.
And there was my neighbors decided it would be a great idea to stage a full-on recreation of the entire Iraq War right above my house.
Don't you love that?
I do love it, and it makes me want to move. I'm serious. I do want to move. I mean, not just because of that, but it's just I got a new job, and like I've been Ubering for the last month. It's pretty okay, but driving around, like, I think probably the best part of the day is like before I start work in earnest, because I get out at about 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
and I really love, like, I'm taking a special note to like really enjoy my life right now, and that's like the best part of the day because it's nice and cool, and I fill my car up with my little Ford EcoSport. Google it. That's the kind of pussy car I drive now. And I drive up into the valley, and I just watch the sunrise over Pineview Reservoir, and it's just so amazingly beautiful, and it's just so nice.
Is that where you've been taking all those pictures in front of the?
Yeah, well, no, the other day, the picture that I took of all that charming trash, that was in Idaho. That was above Bear Lake. But yeah, most of those other pictures I take are from up in that area. But I just want to enjoy my life right now, just like as much as I can, because I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here. Well, not like here on Earth, but like here in Utah.
Well, nobody knows that, Dave.
Everybody, I promise. But I think I kind of want to get out of here just because this place is not what it used to be. I kind of got my eyes set on Laramie, Wyoming, sometime in the next couple years, I think. Just because population 32,000. Can you imagine such a thing? But
I mean, I used to live in Rock Springs, Wyoming, so
yeah. Wyoming's where it's at, man. But I forgot what we were talking about.
I think we were talking about the 4th of July.
Yeah, we're talking about the 4th of July. No, I just kind of, I've been going through some life changes recently.
Yeah.
And I just, I just feel the need to hit that reset button, man. So I just kind of want to get out of here. I've been here for a while, and I think it just might be time to move on. So,
hey,
I don't know. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh man, we definitely have a lot to talk about, and we are going to start off with this right here. I have it up for anybody who's watching us on Twitch Live. And we're gonna be jumping right into what the hell James went up to because
already we have a lot to talk.
There's
about
been a lot to talk about here. So
my gosh, guys, he's lost it. Like
I keep sending Dave like screenshots of his tweets, and Dave's just like, "Stop, James!
James, stop! Just stop!" He's lost all touch with reality. Like even for him, it's really bad.
Yeah, so let's go over some of this amazing reveals, I guess, that he's been giving us. So this one is from the 29th of June.
The last thing.
Just watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Birdemic 8 Lost Amazon or Birdemic 8 Dial of Paradise?
What is that? James, you got to stop.
The next.
Okay, no. Was it Birdemic 8? We haven't even covered Birdemic like 6 through 7 yet. I don't.
Well,
think.
we talked about 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, we have
7.
4,
we
5,
did
6.
talk about that a while ago. That was the Transformers one from June 8th. Birdemic 7 Transformed. Love how he just puts a question mark after all of it. Yeah. But then the next tweet from July 3rd is his timeline for the entire Birdemic franchise. We're starting with
the 2030s.
Yeah, we've got Birdemic Shock and Terror from 2010, Birdemic 2, 2013, Birdemic 3 Sea Eagle, 2022, Birdemic 4 Garden of Paradise. Yeah, that came out this year, not last year.
James, you can't even get the years of your movies right, man.
Yes. We've got Birdemic 4 Garden of Paradise 2024, Birdemic 5 Birdman. That's all I can think of. It's from 2026. Birdemic 6 Oracle of Delphi from 2028. And then we have Birdemic 7 2030, Birdemic 8 2032, Birdemic 9 2034, and Birdemic X 2036. That's not even the craziest thing here, guys, that we're going to be jumping into.
Okay.
Because this next tweet, man.
Let's let's just talk about like that timeline, because I know we've talked about Birdemic, how long it takes him to make these Birdemics. It took him 7 years to make Birdemic 3. And we all saw what a colossal piece of garbage that was. That took him 7 years of his life. What makes him think he's going to make, at least 7 more movies in the next, 12 years?
That's what he's shooting for. But he's also doing that other movie, Sea is Rising, that he's filming right now, or was filming.
Oh, is he
it's
still
probably
doing
done.
Those stupid documentaries?
Well, that's just another movie. That one's not the documentary. I don't even remember the name for the other one. Climate change, global warming, we can fix the Earth.
Wobble wobble,
Hooray!
We can fix the Earth in our space elevator.
If Elon Musk gives me $5 billion, I can fix the Earth.
Pay attention to me, Elon.
Yeah. This is obviously not going to be accurate at all. It's interesting to look at, but that's about it. Then we have our next tweet, and like I said, this is where he's shown us that he's completely lost touch.
Yeah, he's not.
FYI, also, James Wen is working hard to get a NY/Hollywood/stage/Broadway producer to fund Birdemic, the musical.
All right, so a couple things about this is he's like,
Birdemic, the musical, guys.
Okay, so I don't think he knows what's all involved in making a full-blown stage musical. It's a lot. Like, development can take, because I know for the Book of Mormon musical, it took Trey Parker and Matt Stone and whoever the third guy is, took them 7 years to develop and produce the Book of Mormon musical.
Yeah. Oh,
and
hey, we have a very interesting thing in the chat here.
Oh dear.
From Mike. Isn't the whole premise of the series is that the world will be ending right around the time of Birdemic 7?
Yes, we must accept our fate. It is death.
Go get drunk and have sex.
No, not drunk.
Oh,
It's
right,
like,
not drunk. Sorry.
No, be like, go find someone and bone until you die.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so but it takes so I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he saw Les Miserables and was inspired.
Maybe. Yeah, but it takes a long time to write
and
a musical.
lot of money, which we know he doesn't have.
Yeah.
Like nowhere even close.
Like, okay, Hamilton. Just because that's like the popular one.
Person in the world who hasn't seen that.
That one took 7 years to write the music.
That's like the average.
Yeah, from 2008 to 2015. That's how long it took for Lin-Manuel to write that.
I don't know who that is, but I assume
he's the guy who made it. Yeah.
Professor Henry Hill.
Yeah. So after this tweet, he kind of leans into it a little bit. Of course, there's a picture of an eagle in front of the flag for the 4th of July because that's nothing. Also on July 4th, FYI, today, James Wen starts pre-production of Birdemic the Musical, containing hit songs for Birdemic 1 and 3. Smile, Just Hanging Out, Make Me Feel, and new songs. Will premiere live New York Broadway 2024 and filmed like a movie for all to see and enjoy. Are you ready to sing Birdemic? So he's going to get this done in his head within a year. He's going to have it written and ready to go.
But you know I took away from that tweet is that he must really hate Birdemic too.
Yeah, because he ignores it every chance he gets.
Yeah, it'd be like Birdemic 1 and 3.
There was a song in the second one, wasn't there?
But yeah. Like I think he just wants to forget it. But why that one? Because the other two are so much worse.
Yeah. And then, are you ready to sing Birdemic? And then there's a link to some video of some guys singing a cover of Hanging Out With My Family, which I'm not going to click on. And then another tweet, coming soon to NY Broadway 2024. Movie Head Pictures presents a James Wan picture, a Movie Head production, Birdemic the Musical.
Isn't there one with Damian Carter?
Yeah, I think that's the next one. Oh, there's the Birdemic one again. Here's the Birdman painting, which is that same guy who did those swirly paintings of all the other stuff.
Swirly paintings. I actually listened back to that podcast when we talked about Birdemic 3 for 2 hours. I listened to that today while I was out Ubering. And we talked about everything in that movie.
Oh yeah, there was a lot to touch on.
There was a lot to cover.
And then from July 8th, just hanging out with Mr. Damian Carter, who will be singing in Birdemic the Musical.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet Damian Carter is like, call him up like, hey, bro, you can't be putting that stuff out on Twitter like that. People will think you're serious. I got a reputation. I'm trying to book terrible bars.
And then here we go. The newest tweet from 2 hours ago. Just watched Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, 2023, because of course he has split the year. Birdemic 9, Mission Possible.
What?
Yep. Birdemic 9, Mission Possible.
He's got to stop. This dude has got to stop.
So there you go, guys. That's what the hell James Wan is up to. Losing his mind even worse. Oh, man. He's a nut bar. I mean, that's really all it is. He's a nut bar.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well,
speaking of nut bars,
anybody listening to this knows how I feel about him, so I'm not even going to get into it.
Yeah. Speaking of nut bars, it's time to take a look at the box office from last weekend.
Oh, I have some things to say about some things that are probably on here.
So the number one movie, the newly opened Insidious: The Red Door. I don't know anything about the Insidious movies really, other than the demon kind of looks like Darth Maul.
Isn't that is that the one where the lady has her like dead sister in the back of her head?
No, that was Malignant.
That was Malignant.
Yeah.
Okay.
The number two movie, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Okay. Remind me, I got to tell a story about how I went to go see that movie.
Okay. The number three movie, this is when I said speaking of nut bars, Sound of Freedom. Number three movie.
Why is that nut bar? I mean, I heard it's like
I'll get into it.
Adjacent?
Yeah, I'll get into it in a second. The number four movie, Elemental from Disney. And then the number five movie, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Still in the top five.
Everyone loves Spidey.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Spidey,
good.
I mean the giant spider invasion, of course.
Yes, of course. RiffTrax
Bill
Live.
Rebar.
So Sound of Freedom. Okay. I don't want to get into it too much because, we don't really talk about
Isn't it about
kind of
sex
political
traffic?
stuff. Not exactly. It's about a child trafficking ring being broken up by Jim Caviezel.
Oh yeah.
It is
Jesus, yeah.
It is, quote, based on a true story from a guy who's a nut bar.
Fargo is based on a true story.
And yeah, exactly. Based on a guy who has over-exaggerated his entire career on his involvement in rescuing children from being trafficked. But it's also kind of goes into the whole, like, harvesting their blood for adrenochrome, and like that's why they're taking all the kids. So they can drink it and be youthful or whatever, because that's what they think is going on.
I'll go see it and report back.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know how crazy it is.
Yeah. I'll let.
Okay. Indiana Jones, Dave.
Oh, Indiana Jones. Okay, so my new job, I can make my own schedule.
Yeah.
And I felt I'm not going to say why, because I know I brought it up, audience, but quite frankly, it's none of your business. I needed to get my mind off something, and I was like, I know, I'll go see a hilariously bad movie. I felt like I had to put eyeballs on this. I mean, I knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was not counting on it being. I mean, I knew it was going to be real bad. This might have been the worst movie I've ever seen.
Wow.
Like, it is 2.5 hours. I walked out of this movie at an hour. I couldn't take it.
Whoa.
I spent $9 at 10 o'clock in the morning to go see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And it is so bad that it was causing me physical pain. And I was just like, I can't stand this.
And the first part's supposed to be the good part.
I can't stand this. I gotta, they make Indiana Jones look so pathetic. And guys, don't see this movie. I mean, I know nobody is because it's tanking so bad.
I mean, it's still number 2 behind the freshest movie, that
but
opened.
It's still for the amount for the amount of money that they spent on it, it's not great.
Here we go. It's been out in theaters for half the amount of time as The Flash.
Uh-huh.
And it has made more money. So at least it has
The Flash is doing even worse. So that's not a very good barometer, but I get what you're saying. The Flash is. Do we want to talk about The Flash and about how crazy bad that's just failing and
everybody
George Clooney's
knows
in it for some reason.
Everybody knows how bad it's doing. It's not really a surprise to anybody.
But no, it's just all of the criticisms about The Last Jedi in regards to Luke Skywalker being pathetic are actually true for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Oh man.
You don't I did not want to see Indiana Jones like that. I just no, it's so bad. And I was just like, I can't take it. And I walked out of a movie I paid $9 to see at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
It's that bad.
I mean, I didn't figure it would be great or anything, but that's something.
Yeah, it's guys, it's like pass. It's 2.5 hours. I usually I don't mind ass busters like that, but this is just I looked at him it's only been an hour. I can't do this, and I just split.
Oof. Big oof.
There's no archaeology in it, at all. Which you would think that would be what the movie is all about. No. Oh my gosh, the de-aging in this is horrendous.
Not surprised by that.
Like the uncanny valley effect for the first 25 minutes of this.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching Polar Express. It's that bad. I don't know Spielberg didn't step in and say, don't do this.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like that probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. Well then, I guess I know what I'll be waiting for to hit Disney Plus so I can watch and fall asleep to.
Yeah, it's guys, if you're a fan of Sala, just skip it completely. If Sala is your favorite character, just save yourself, because you're not gonna like what you see. You're just not.
Okay. So is this one of those, maybe I was too harsh on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, like in hindsight situations?
Well, I think Crystal Skull, India's at least mobile. I mean, at least, I mean, that, hey, look, I'm not defending Crystal Skull. Let's just get that disclaimer out of the way right now. Like, just because this movie is bad doesn't mean that movie is good. All right. But no, it's. And you know what? I see people on Facebook talk about how great this movie is. And I'm like, what? What? How? What? Anyway. Sorry, I don't mean to drag this whole thing down.
You're fine.
I mean, I don't mean to get bogged down in depressing things.
One thing before we talk about Bog, real quick, one bit of news to mention. Actually, two little bits of news, I guess. Starting today, you can go on Limited Run Games or on Amazon or whatever, right, and you can pre-order the physical edition of RiffTrax the game for PS4 and Nintendo Switch.
I already own it on the PS4, though.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, not on the PS4. I already own it on the Switch, but I did pre-order it today. I'm not gonna lie, I did.
Hey, I got
mostly because I'm trying to get away from a lot of digital purchases whenever I can. I like to have physical versions of games in any instance it's available.
Did you see this new DVD set that RiffTrax has?
Yeah, that's up for pre-order. It comes out in October. I am really excited for this one. I got the Toxic box, the last one that they did. I missed out on the Disembodial lunch box, which still bums me out. But this new one, we've got, what is it? There's a physical version of Honor and Glory in there, right?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to find it real quick. Lunchbox.
Hello, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. The Super Fun Time Fun Box, it's called.
I thought maybe I lost you for a second.
Nope. So this one has a DVD with shorts on it, which has Keep Off the Grass, Rhythmic Ball Skills, Munchers, Big Yellow Fellow, Arranging the Buffet Supper, Holiday from Rules, Goldilocks, Chickenomics with Connor and Sean, and Last Clear Chance are all on this DVD.
Why don't they look?
Yeah. And then there's a DVD of Dancing It's On, Honor and Glory, and Gumby, the movie.
Wow. That's some really good stuff.
Heck yeah. It's some outstanding stuff. And then
it's
on the
like Attack of the Super Monsters and Street Fighter had a baby. It's that good. I don't know what that is.
The lunchbox has Measuring Man, the Seneschal from the short, and okay, I'm gonna get it wrong. Safetyana, Guardiana, what's her name?
Guardiana.
I always get it mixed up.
Safetyana.
Safety is the
Safety Woman.
Safety Woman, yeah. I always combine them. Always. I always do that.
It's like Batman is the Dark Knight. It'd be like Dark Man.
That's a different show.
Hero named Dark Man.
Yeah. Bat Knight. There you go. Bat Knight. Anyway, there's the plugs. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention that wasn't the lunchbox. Today they released their riff of the alternate version of the Moose Baby shorts.
I saw that. I'm gonna check
and it's
that
called
out.
Baby Moose. And
Baby Moose.
I'm pretty sure if you're a backer, you got that. At least at a certain level. I should look now.
I gave him $100. I better have that. Hang on, let me see if it's in my library.
Oh, it's not there. Oh, Tale of Baby Moose. Yeah, we got it a while ago.
Of course you did. I don't know why I said that as an insult.
I don't know either.
Oh, I guess I don't have it. I just have Bog and the Spectre Mom. All right, whatever.
Well, because you should have it. Cool. It should have came out before. You should have got it before the Cobra riff was released.
Really?
Yeah. Tale of the Baby
No,
Moose.
I gotta pay $250 for it. Apparently.
What? This says it was released February. We got it February 14th. Apparently.
This was originally free for $50. What?
Oh, for last year's backers.
Oh.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, that was back
Okay.
when I was poor. So.
Yeah. Well, enough of this baby moose talk. Let's talk about the bog.
Let's talk about the bog.
The main event,
Okay.
the bog.
I'm gonna have to go silent for just a second, so I'm gonna let Jeremy describe what this movie is until I come back.
All right, so Bog, not the Bog, just Bog. It was a movie that was released in 1979. I'm pretty sure it was in Wisconsin. It had a very limited theatrical release when it came out. But we do have some stars in this, I guess, if you want to, call them that. We've got Gloria DeHaven, who played Ginny. Let's see. It's Ginny Glenn. She was like the main scientist, I guess. We have Aldo Ray playing our sheriff in the town, and the last movie that he was in right before he died was Shock 'Em Dead with Tracy
Really?
Lords. Yeah, that was the last thing he did before he died, because he died in 1991. And then
They're all dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All these people were born in the 20s.
They were all super old. Like everybody in this movie
yeah.
was super old. Our
And
main
we'll get into that. And
our main hero doctor guy was Dr. Brad Wednesday, played by Marshall Thompson.
was that his name?
Yes. The last movie that he was in before he died is another movie that RiffTrax has done, something that we've talked about here on the podcast. He was Mr. Rich in the 1991 movie McBain.
He was?
Yes. That was
I love that movie. How come I didn't recognize it?
Dr. Wednesday.
Dr. Wednesday was in McBain?
Yeah, he was Mr. Rich.
Who was Mr.
The
Rich?
year before he died. And then our other hero,
Rich.
this guy kind of came in the last, I don't know, 20
he
minutes of
came
the
in-
movie.
came in, yeah.
Dr.
Came in
John Warren.
on a seaplane
Yes, that gave us like a
for the
5
last
minute
10
long.
minutes.
And he was in another classic kind of bad movie, Alienator from 1990. His last. Oh, he was also in the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Wow. But he was in the Young
Mike
Indiana
Esquire.
Jones as Wyatt Earp.
Mike Esquire says how Lash LaRue wasn't in Bog is beyond me. That is an excellent reference.
He would have been a perfect fit for that movie.
What RiffTrax movies was he in? He was in
What, Lash LaRue, The Dark Power, and
what was the other one called that I
Alien
loved?
something, Alien Outlaw or
Alien
something like
Outlaw.
that.
Yeah, I love that one. I love Alien Outlaw.
And I love The Dark Power. That's one of my favorites. So yeah, it would have been interesting. Oh, also, the guy who was the sheriff. It's just hard to keep these old guys straight.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them. Yeah,
he was a voice in I just
Brave Little
lost it.
Toaster.
No, in Secret of Nim.
Oh, I haven't seen that, but I have seen the Brave Little Toaster.
You've never
So-
seen The Secret of Nim? I mean, I know
haven't
some
seen
of the
lots
movies that you
stuff.
haven't seen is
Saturday's
weird,
Warrior.
but
Do I shame you about not seeing movies, Jeremy? Come on now.
sometimes.
Oh, well.
Actually, I don't know, because usually the ones that you haven't seen, I have, and
Yeah. Oh, the
then we watch-
list of movies I haven't seen is quite long and shocking.
yeah, I know we've kind of talked about that before. We'll go more into depth in one of the episodes. I think we'll make a list of all of the popular quote good movies that we haven't seen, and let you guys mock us openly in the chat.
Yeah, like I tell people I haven't seen Die Hard, and they look at me like I don't know. They look at me like I'm from Saturn, like I'm from Enceladus. You know, it's like.
I mean, yeah, I did know about that one because I know you've told me about that one before that you haven't seen it, but so Bog. It's of course a movie about a monster. It gets woken up by some redneck
By some
dynamite fishing.
Yeah, by some dude doing dynamite fish.
I'm trying to remember how they explained it. Like what they said he was using for his fishing lures.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a person in a rubber suit that you really never get a good look at.
No, okay. Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Is that I think they knew because like they had like some kind of fish mascot costume, and I think that believe it or not, I think that they knew that the costume sucked. And they said, oh my gosh, we can't show this costume up close.
Yeah.
We always, we have to not show it or like obscure it or show it from a distance or like do these real close, like not even claustrophobic shots, but like where the camera's just like right up literally on the costume itself.
Yeah.
Like, while the monster is attacking, and other movies we've seen and discussed on this podcast have not been as wise.
Yep.
So, like, I think they had at least enough presence of mind to at least hide that weakness. That might have been the only weakness they decided to downplay. Honestly,
yeah.
Though.
So. The movie actually opens up with an amazing 1970s like AM gold like ballad. Some lady singing. It like did not fit in at all with the movie. Well, I don't know if it's the same song that they use later, but we'll get back to that. But
too, where it's just like, was this a love story?
I mean. We'll talk about that because there's definitely some things that lean toward that, but we gotta do dynamite fishing, and he gets grabbed and pulled into the water. Now a lot of time it's weird because this fish gill monster, it's called a gill monster apparently. Like it has
that's the creature from the Black Lagoon.
It has like crab claws or more like crayfish claws, I guess, because they're really long.
Yeah,
and
it has
slender.
these weird like not quite flipper things.
Yeah, and that's how it drags them under the water. It also has like this weird proboscis that it like jams in you and like apparently instantly drains you of your blood because
immediately because the sheriff later on. Like it barely touches him, and the next time we see him, he's all like, bleh,
yeah,
you know?
He's like that. And I will say that at least the makeup effect that they put on the corpses looked okay.
Yeah,
I was kind of surprised by that because they looked like they were dead and drained of blood. They were kind of bluish.
For a movie that looks like it's the bastard child of Crater Lake Monster and Psychotronic Man. That's what this movie looks like. That effect is okay. That effect is passable. So it's just like, oh, well, they spent their budget on it because it's certainly... Well, I don't know. I was about to say it certainly wasn't the actors, but like these actors weren't nobodies.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't necessarily huge names, especially by this time in their careers, but
like in the 50s, like I saw a picture of the main old lady in 1953 and she's pretty hot.
Yeah, the town doctor Ginny.
Yeah, Ginny. Yeah. 1953 she was smoking.
Yeah, they had a lot of veteran actors on this cast.
Yeah.
which is kind of a nice way to put just old
I don't
people.
think people below the age of 55 are allowed to audition. Even
Not for the
Mustache
main
Man.
roles. I mean,
Yeah.
some of the people were younger than that, but I mean, it definitely wasn't the Bog Witch.
Yeah. Why did they call her that?
Because she lived in the bog and she was kind of like psychic or something. I don't know. What was her name? It started with an A. That's all I remember.
I don't know. Adriana?
It might have been it. It was something
Yeah.
something
I
that
think
started
it
with an A.
was.
Was kind of long like that.
It wasn't like Mariposa. Mariposa.
Oh,
stands for
that
butterfly.
was okay. Here you go. I was looking to see who played her. It was the same actress who played the town doctor, Ginny Glenn, Gloria
It
at the
was?
Haven. Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe. Oh, I was hoping beyond hope that there would be a God Monster of Indian Flats reference because I said Mariposa.
No, but that's okay. That's kind of surprising. I couldn't tell it was the same person. I don't know if that's just because of the quality of the movie or the makeup on her.
Well, I didn't recognize her.
But I just found a write-up of Adriana's explanation of the monster. After the dynamite fisherman dies, these two married couples go up to fish
Oh God, we got to talk about this.
in Bog Lake. That's the name of it, Bog Lake.
Is it?
Yeah, it was Bog Lake, where the bog monster is from. Really original there. It's,
Bog Lake. Is there a
Bog Lake.
Bog Lake in Wisconsin?
I don't know.
We can find out in 5
I'll
seconds.
look while you talk about the married couple here.
The two married couples. Okay.
Yeah, the two married couples.
Guys, why did you bring your wives on this fishing trip? Okay, they clearly did not want to be there. You clearly didn't want them there. And they were just begging the whole time to be able to go home. And you guys were like, no. And you openly mocked. I don't know why I'm talking to these characters as if, but no, just like, man, no, because this bugs me. Like dudes who treat their ladies poorly, like that bugs me now.
Oh,
I'm
they
not gonna say
really
why.
treated him like crap. Like
They treated them like such garbage, and like they weren't. And these guys are not catches themselves.
no.
Okay, so they're lucky to have ladies. Okay, let alone ladies who will marry them and follow them to some place called Bog Lake, Wisconsin.
Which is a real lake in Wisconsin, Bog Lake.
Okay.
And
But
like the
but
one
no,
is
but no,
super emotionally
Okay.
manipulative too.
yeah, okay. And so yeah, sorry moms, but these guys were just major shits to their wives. Okay?
Oh yeah.
And you think like movie law dictates that like if you're this much of a colossal shit to your wife, then the monster's gonna kill you, right?
They lived way longer than they should have.
No, the first people who die in this movie are the wives
Yeah.
who just like basically begged to leave.
Yeah, the one
And then,
was
begged
like
to-
crying and screaming at her
Yeah.
husband because he's just fishing, and she's like, "I don't want to be here because like the monster like hit their boat," and she freaked out.
Yeah, she flipped the F out. Yeah.
And she's like, "I just want to go," and he's like, "Just a couple more minutes, okay, and then we'll leave." And meanwhile, on the shore, I guess the edge of the Bog Lake, the other lady was complaining at her husband that she didn't want to be there, and he's like, "Oh, I know you're not having a good time, so if you really want to, then we'll leave." Like, that's so
Yeah, you got-
manipulative.
dude,
Like,
she
it's
clearly wants to leave.
yeah, but you're trying to just be like, make it sound like she's the one who's going to be ruining the day for him if she
Yeah, and
decides
like-
to tell him that we need to leave.
I love that riff. But like this double honeymoon is not going as well as they thought.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't.
no, but the thing is that okay. So when the lady on the shore dies, I guess the bog monster like pulls her into the lake,
Yeah.
and like for some reason they like had this shot of her like falling down towards the camera, and then it cuts to her with like her shirt up, and you can like under the water, and you can like see her like late 70s brassiere, I guess I should say. Just it's and they like focus on this shot. I'm like, ugh.
It was like, uncomfortable.
Is this like, does this make anybody happy? Is seeing this lady's brassiere like this?
No, the answer is no.
Really doesn't.
I mean, maybe if she wouldn't have been 50 years old.
Well, everyone in the movie is 50 years old.
Exactly. And that they were apparently, their characters were young. They were girls in their 30s.
What, the married girls?
Yeah, they were supposed to be in their 30s. No, they weren't, but that's what they were supposed to be.
Okay.
So they get killed. And when she gets pulled off of land, like the last shot we see them in before it cuts to the other couple in the boat, and then you hear the lady start screaming instantly. She's standing right next to her husband, but he acts like he doesn't know what happened. Like, he didn't see it happen somehow. She just disappeared, and he's like, I don't know where she went. I ran all the way to the car to try and find her. She wasn't there. And
he was right there.
Yeah, he was right. So I'm just chalking that up to just bad movie.
Bad editing.
Bad editing, yeah. So then after this, we meet our sheriff and the Dr. Wednesday, because they're talking to the two guys, the two husbands, and they're like, "Oh, you got a real story here if this is true, and sorry to hear about your wives, but wow."
Well, yeah. Okay, so I think this is important to say, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I also am, because okay, these guys are old and fat. I think we have to establish that, because going forward it becomes important.
Yeah, it
does. I guess kind of like the theme of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like it goes back to like they couldn't like. I'm not sure what they were. It seems like they were trying to say something about age and about like. They wanted to say something about aging or being older, but I'm not quite sure what it was.
I just want to say that everybody in this movie is completely inept at everything they do, because the one good thing that happens is they believe the story. Like, they're actually like, oh, there's definitely something out here. We're all gonna go get it. But everybody that tries to go get it dies.
Yeah, everybody who takes that extra step of being like, okay, I'm gonna go kill the monster now. They get fish vampired.
Yeah, which after they find the two wives, our town doctor, Ginny, she's talking to Dr. Wednesday about it and about how they were drained of their blood. And she says, I don't want you to think I'm crazy here, but is it possible that we have some sort of Dracula running around?
I don't. No, you got to say it like her. Is it possible you have some kind of Dracula running around?
That line caught me so off guard.
It's brilliant. I know you hate it. I can't get it up.
I didn't hate that line. I didn't hate the line at all. I hated the other part that happens a little bit later.
You were sending me messages about. It seemed like you hated it earlier when we were talking about this.
No. That's definitely not the part. A little bit, like probably around the middle of the movie. Ginny and Dr. Wednesday, get a little amorous.
Yeah, I don't
really
think anybody
didn't
saw
like
this
that
coming.
part. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
it got
all.
So, yeah. Let's just go there. Let's just talk about it.
I think this is when they replayed the theme song too. Was over this quote love scene where they're like supposed to kiss each other, and it almost for a second it almost looked like they just were going to refuse to do it.
Which would have been the smart thing to do.
Yeah, probably. It's just a very close-up shot of two elderly people snogging. And
yeah, okay, so so they go in and they be like, okay, damn it, they work together, right?
Yep.
I mean, obviously they do. So I think, like, from a professional standpoint, there's an old saying by a wise man named William Devane in the movie Payback. So sorry, moms, but do not shit where you eat or live. Do not shit where you live. And, like, I think, like, that's what, like, kissing up on somebody that you work with, that's what you're doing. Because, my God, that just seems like all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
But it's compounded by the fact that they're both 60 years old. Like if you're like in your 20s and 30s, like, you don't know that this is a bad idea. Okay? So, but these dumb shits should know better.
You would think.
Yeah.
They have enough life experience, like.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, like, well, their lives are almost over. Like, yeah, why not? Sure. And, we might get fish vampired tomorrow.
Yeah.
So whatever. Let's just have this awkward 60-year-old makeout session right here on the silver screen.
Yeah.
Like I think that like that is like the most maybe not the most uncomfortable I've ever been watching RiffTrax, because I think maybe that honor belongs to Shrunken Heads.
Oh, God.
But you forgot about that, didn't you?
Right until you said it, Dave.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to bring up Rats, but.
Oh, no. No, that's not near. Oh, okay. Yeah. Rats. But I don't want to see 60-year-old people making out.
No. I'm glad that it stopped
for a really
there.
long time.
Yeah, they lingered. It was a very slow-moving shot, like everything else in this movie, because all the people are old and they couldn't do anything faster.
Yeah, but
but the two widowers, they're widowers, right? Yeah, widowers.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think a widower is a man.
Yeah, they're the widowers. Then they go to the local gun shop, and they're gonna pick up a shotgun and a 30-30 and a whole bunch of ammo. And the shop owner is just like, well, do you guys live in the state? And they're like, what's that got to do with anything? And he's just like, well, legally, I can't sell you these guns unless you live in the state. And then 2 seconds later, they're just buying the guns.
I've heard about it from other state laws. And then, like a minute later,
it's in the same scene.
Okay, I'll sell you these guns.
Yeah. And then the local coot comes out.
Torgo, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who's an even dirtier Torgo, as they call him. Fry. His name was Fry, I think, in the movie. And he's like, oh, Adriana can help. She can tell you about anything. And that's when we go into the hut, I guess, in the bog. Where we see Adriana, the bog witch, the old hag of the woods, and she gives a very stilted explanation of what this monster is. And I did find a transcript of this, so I'm going to read this to you.
You can't really blame her. She just got done talking to Cersei Lannister. All right, so
ancient, long dead through all the centuries, but alive. It feasts on blood while awake, and once satisfied, it sleeps. Years before, it could sleep 1,000 months. Now, too many come deep into the forest and arouse it, so it must feed again. It sleeps in the slime at the bottom of the lake. Because, turns out, that we learn later in the movie, she has some of the creature's blood in her body, and therefore has a psychic connection
Is that what was happening?
to it. And it's because of this that the monster needs blood from, and I quote, what was it? Oh, man, what was it? It was human females. It needs blood from human females to produce eggs.
Wait, but it killed the dynamite guy.
It killed a lot of guys.
Killed the chief later.
It killed a lot of guys. So that's just another, bad movie writing.
Okay.
But everybody starts trying to go after this monster, and they all get killed by it. These two friends of the sheriff come in, and they're like diving under the lake to see if they can find it. I believe this was after they exploded the lake, by hooking the detonator cord up to the car battery of the police chief's car, while the two widowers are there, and the two officers leave, and the widowers start shooting their guns off, and they turn around and come back, and they're dead. Their clothes are laying on the ground, and the two guys are dead.
I hate those guys.
Yeah, and
I mean, were we supposed to feel sympathy towards them? I mean,
I don't know,
because they were just the worst. I mean, they were I don't even want to give them Mitch and Arnie make them look just so good. I mean, so much. I mean, no, they make Mitch and Arnie look just like the biggest heroes.
Yeah. But again, we don't really see the monster at all. Even when they finally trap it 2/3 of the way through the movie, because it walks out of the woods and then they immediately cover it in foam. So you maybe see the whole thing for 2 seconds.
I was going to say something else, but okay. Because they had to bring the fire hose.
Yeah. This is right when the sheriff dies too, because he sees the creature coming up out of Bog Lake off in the distance, and just decides, even though they have this big trap laid out for it, he just decides, I'm just gonna run right for it. And of course,
and then
he
the
eats
young
it
guy,
immediately.
the one young guy on the entire police force, would be like, I'm gonna go stop him, and the other old people, no, don't. He's already gone. No,
just let him die. Just let him die. Oh man. And then, of course, the monster wakes up while the lady doctor, Ginny. I'm so bad at names in these things.
Is it some kind of Dracula?
She's running tests on it while Dr. Wednesday. Well, yeah, Dr. Wednesday and the new character that shows up at this point, the other doctor.
This late stage elderly Quint. Yeah,
he shows up and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go have some drinks," and just leave her alone with this monster in her little lab there. And of course, the monster breaks free and tries to get her. She does manage not to die somehow. It just carries her away.
It killed the first two chicks, and then it killed those weirdo. It killed at least one of the chicks on the bicycles.
Yeah, the two girls.
Why it didn't kill? Why? Oh, you want to know why? I just figured out, because she was so old.
Yeah, it didn't need her blood. Her blood wasn't good.
Of childbearing age anymore.
Yeah. They did find
ew, not her blood. Yuck.
They did find a clutch of eggs at the bottom of the lake. The divers, while one of them is getting grabbed by the bog monster, the other one finds the eggs, and there's I don't know. They're just like these plastic balls all stuck together.
Yeah,
And
they're just like these you know those things when you were a kid, like when we were a kid, those plastic toy eggs that you
Yeah,
get
they
the
put the quarter in the
crappy
machine.
in
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
coin op things at the supermarket. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what those look like.
yeah. But they were all stuck, and they were literally stuck together because the guy's just holding it by like one of them and like hands it up to the other guy in the boat, and it's just like this big clump of these plastic orbs stuck together. And that's when they figure out that, it's, it needs the blood for the eggs. And what happens when the eggs hatch? And we've got more of those things running around. And then, so of course, the very end of the movie goes down and shows them at the bottom of the lake. And we get the end with the question mark after it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Jeremy, how do they kill the fish monster?
You know what? I don't remember.
They run in. They run it over with a car.
Oh, that's right. They pin it up against the tree with the car.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
After everything, it's being like after spraying it with 6 tons of human ejaculate, they just run it over with a car.
They kill it like Mel Gibson's wife in Signs.
Gross anymore.
Yeah.
They're just gonna take it down with a truck.
And Dr. Wednesday and Ginny both survive.
Yeah,
Most of the other characters that have names, at least, don't.
I don't
There are a few
even
random
know their
rednecks
names.
I only know them because I'm looking at them. I have them pulled up on
Like
my other
Dr.
monitor
Wednesday.
here.
I saw that on Wikipedia. I'm like, that was his name?
Yeah.
Oh, and then
man.
we get the heartwarming love ballad for
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
Leonard Maltin
that-
reviewed this movie back in the day.
who?
Leonard Maltin.
What did
He awarded the film 1 star, calling it ultra cheap and an ultra bad time killer.
I don't think it's as bad as what was that really bad Roger Corman movie we watched last year that Matthew J. and Ian.
Creature from the Haunted Sea.
Yeah, it's not as bad as that. It's not nearly as bad as that.
No, surprisingly, I think the little bits that we saw of the creature were a little bit better. Not by a lot, but they were a little bit better.
It's not a bad costume, but it's not a movie monster costume.
The costume looked like something out of the 50s. Like, it looked like a creature feature film.
It was a mascot. If that thing were around today, it would be like in front of like an insurance company with like a big arrow, and they'd be waving it around on the sidewalk.
It's probably the mascot for whatever high school's closest to Bog Lake.
Yeah, the Bog Lake Monsters is their minor league league team.
That'd be pretty good. I would root for them.
Yeah, so like they had access to this costume, and they had just enough money to pay some working actors. Oh, before I forget. Can we talk about the lighting? Because especially in the police station. There's 1 or 2 scenes where they're against that gray wall, and it looks like you can see their shadow. It's just like the source lighting is just like so harsh, and you can just see just like their shadows just like right up against the wall. Yeah. I that just stuck out to me. I was like, what did they use? Did they like pull someone's car up into the police station and turn its brights on? And that's
they might have.
Seen? Because man, that was some harsh lighting. It
was very bad.
I just wanted to note that because it was probably the harshest lighting I've seen. But almost from the word go, like the look of this movie, just like how it looked.
Yeah.
It looked like Crater Lake Monster, a mix between Crater Lake Monster and Psychotronic Man. Like they were kind of going for like that Lake Monster, Crater Lake Monster vibe, but it looked like it was shot on the same equipment they shot Psychotronic Man on. And both those movies are better.
It's a very real possibility. Oh, man. Yeah, it was not...
Well, that's right, because when Psychotronic Man shot... It was shot in Chicago.
Yeah.
Interesting. We're gonna have to see if it's
there's no crossover between anything. I already looked at the director and the writers, and the director did 2 other movies, and the writer did like 3 other movies.
That would be so awesome if there was... Dude, I want there to be a connection between this movie and Psychotronic Man, because that would make so much damn sense.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be that amazingly lucky, are we?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, this was...
I didn't hate it.
I know I really enjoyed the riff. Like, I had so much fun watching it. Like, I was very carefully trying not to wake up my wife with laughter.
Nice. Yeah. I watched it just a few hours ago. And I don't know if I would well, let's go through our list.
Yeah. This is going to be a very low scoring movie. Very low scoring. All right, up first we have plot.
3.
Because there was actually a story to this. There was something going on.
There was a little bit of a story. Yeah, I mean, like, it's got more of a story than, like, a lot of the riffs we've gotten lately.
Yes, again, because for those of you who don't know, this is, of course, our sliding scale of RiffTrax.
Yeah, our sliding RiffTrax scale, yeah.
Where it just kind of goes based on our memory of, like, other recent releases, mostly. The acting...
It has more of a plot than Ironheart. I guess. I don't know. I don't remember anything about that movie. I just know we watched it recently.
I remember there was a lot of driving and parking in Ironheart. A lot of it.
Driving and parking.
Right. The acting.
Acting wasn't that bad. I'm going to give it a 3. Because these were all working actors, and it's not like they wrote the dialogue.
Veterans of the screen.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. Speaking of the dialogue, that's our next category.
Oh, 2.
2. And it only gets that high because of the Dracula line. Otherwise, Otherwise it would be down a lot lower.
One of my favorite all-time RiffTrax lines.
And it wasn't, I agree. That line's so great. It caught me so off guard.
Brilliant. Because, like, you don't know if it's on purpose or not.
Cinematography.
Oh, God. 1.
It's bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was either too bright or too dark, like all of the scenes.
Yeah.
Everything. The editing.
That day for night is just awful. I don't know if it's the worst that we've seen on RiffTrax, but it is.
It's very close bad. If it's not, because like that was like high noon for night. More than
especially like at the very end, because you could tell like at the beginning of like the end sequence, they were trying to make you think it was the middle of the night, but by the end they just gave up.
Yeah. That might have something to do with the editing, our next category here.
1. The editing was not great.
No. Effects is next.
Oh, were there effects in this movie?
Well, I mean, we had the creature suit. We had the dead people, which didn't look horrible. They looked better than the creature suit.
I'll give it a 2 for that. I mean, I can't give it a 3.
Yeah,
but I'll give it a 2 just for the dead people.
Yeah, just for the dead people. Sound and music.
Oh, the sound was terrible. 1.
It was awful. And that song, God, that song was bad. Such a bad choice.
I don't even remember it.
It was cheesy 70s love ballad. Like,
it wasn't like smile, set yourself free.
No. or hanging out with my family.
Yeah.
The directing.
This
Bad.
movie was directed?
I mean, yeah. There was a director.
Let's give it a 2, but I'm going to give it a 2 just because
Don
the actors knew
Kessler.
what to do. I think the actors kind of directed themselves.
Yeah, I think they helped it. Did this movie have any sort of character or personality behind it?
Well, it did have a personality. I mean, that's for sure. I mean, you can't say that it didn't. You know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a 3.
Ooh, okay. I guess I can't disagree with that too much.
I mean, 2 seems kind of harsh. I mean, look at how much it gave us to talk about. So, I mean, I think just based on that.
Some
think,
people involved knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's always important.
I think like the old person romance, and like it definitely is very distinct. Like you're not going to mistake it for like what was that terrible one that I hated, with Rutger Hauer.
Split
Split Second. Yeah, I will take this movie over that any day.
And then of course
miserable.
Yeah. Our last special question, did the riffs make the movie watchable? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, of course.
I did not have a bad time watching this like some other ones that we've gotten this year. Cyclone. No,
that one already completely left my brain. You just reminded me that it exists.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but yeah, this was a pretty good. It was a pretty solid choice for them. I liked it. It wasn't the worst movie in the world. It wasn't a good movie, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a good movie. I mean,
it wasn't insufferable like trying to watch Cats.
Yeah, yeah. There was nothing jellical about it.
I don't know. They showed a lot.
I don't know. Is that the standard now? Did we absolutely hate it?
What, Cats?
No, I mean just like any movie. I think Cats kind of did that to us, like Cats and Copper Mountain, and maybe Things.
I think so because we have 6. I have a list of 6 riffs on here to never watch again, and it's
what are they?
Cats, Copper Mountain, Hobgoblins 2, Baby Ghost, Cyclone, and The Castle of Fu Manchu, because that was...
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It was not
I don't
great.
know what this says about movie selection, but... I mean, they got this one right. I enjoyed it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, of course, the final question that we have for each other. Dave, would you watch this movie unriffed?
No, I would not. What about you?
No. I mean, again, this might have been something like beforehand that would have been like seeing the trailer and be like, "Oh, that looks bad," and then I probably would have turned it on, and then I would have got bored and shut it back off.
Like you get 10 minutes in, you're just like, "Why am I wasting my time?"
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of attacks. Like the creature attacks happen pretty quickly. Like there's not a lot of space in between people dying, which. It's always kind of a good thing to have creature.
I mean, it's probably the cut.
Stuff
I mean, this
in the
is
creature
the, I
feature.
mean, like there's another version of this that's an hour and a half long. This is only like that'd be like, I mean, because RiffTrax's been doing that a lot, where they'll get like the shortened version, which I'm fine with. I don't need to watch this for an hour and a half. I can't imagine what they took out was all that important, because
I don't know. I'm sure I can find that one guy who always complains about it, and see what he has to say about what was cut out.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it was a good choice. It's a good choice. Yeah. We're getting closer. We're just over a month away from RiffTrax Live Rad.
I still got to make travel arrangements. I should probably do that.
Yeah, you should probably start checking that out. Late Monday nights and late Wednesday nights are supposed to be like the best time for for getting cheaper tickets.
Well, I mean, I'm paying for this with frequent flyer miles anyway, so it's going to be.
Oh, okay. So you just gotta get a.
Yeah, I have to get to Tennessee. Yeah,
just gotta get there. You just gotta get a hotel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Nashville. I mean, I can't imagine it's going to be difficult.
No, there's plenty of them around.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because
we're gonna have to plan. We're gonna have to do something special when we get there.
This is my first one, so yay!
Yeah, this is my first one in. Oh my gosh, 7 years.
Yeah, we'll have to do some sort of a special live broadcast from while we're down there, even if it's just a little short thing.
Yeah.
Just something fun.
Something on our phones.
Yeah, nothing special, but
special. Well, it is special by its very nature.
Yeah, but I just mean it's not going to be fancy.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as streamlined and well produced as our current show.
Yeah. I think
I almost made it through that whole thing. I almost made it through the whole thing without laughing.
Only one of us is inhibited by booze tonight.
Yeah. That reminds me, I still got to try my scotch. My good scotch that I got for my birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday?
Back in June, a month ago.
Oh, I had no idea. Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
Why didn't Facebook tell me?
I don't know.
I don't know. So a happy birthday. I was going through a pretty rough time in June.
This is true. You were definitely busy and preoccupied.
There was I don't want to get into it, but there was some pretty gnarly things happening in my life.
Yeah.
It led to me deciding I couldn't work at a certain place anymore.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that, I've come to realize, maybe, and I know people say this, but maybe that whole part of my life crashing and burning the way it did, maybe it was a good thing.
It could be. We'll find out. Only time shall tell.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us today, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for hanging out with us, as always. If you would like to support the podcast at all in any way, really all you got to do is drop a follow here, so you'll be notified whenever we go live, and maybe share it when we go live, so other people know. That's it. That's all we ask for.
I've been trying to do that on my Facebook page, and I don't think it works.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We just do this because we like it. It's not like we're trying to make a career out of this or anything like that.
We're trying to we are the #1 RiffTrax podcast in the world.
Yeah, so. This is true. This is very true.
Believe it or not,
of course,
people actually really there are people out there who actually really like the podcast.
It's weird to me.
Yeah, it's very strange, and we're gonna probably see some of those people at the live show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of these people, a lot of these online people face to face. But hey, you can follow the podcast on Twitter while it still exists at TBRiffcast. Because Twitter's been having a bad time lately. And I'm not going to be making a Threads account for it because it's already a pain just to switch between my personal account and my work account. Because you literally have to log out completely and then log back in while you're signed into the Instagram account for the other thing.
What in God's name are you talking about?
The Threads, that's the new Twitter competitor. It's put out by Meta, and it's basically linked to your Instagram account.
Oh.
So yeah, it's nothing crazy like that. But I'm on there just because, if there's new social media, I always sign up for it, even if I barely ever touch it after that. But,
are you on Gab?
No. God, no. No,
I didn't know what that was, and I signed up for it. This seems like a great new place to sell books. And then I found out what it was. I'm like, oh my God,
this seems like a horrible place to be. I'm out of here. But yeah, that's you can find me at PB and Awesome at most places.
And I'm at Dave. Damn it! At D Chadwick Author.
At Dave,
Twitter.
damn it!
I thought I was
don't.
going to get it right. I've been drinking.
You
It's
should
okay.
change it to at Dave, damn it. That's a pretty good username. Not
At
gonna lie.
Dave. Damn it.
At Dave, damn it.
No, it's at D Chadwick Author on Twitter, and check me out at davechadwick.info. Oh, also, you bastards, by the time anybody hears this, it'll be long over. But I'm having a Goodreads giveaway for a monkey. It's a featured giveaway on Goodreads. Just go to the Goodreads giveaway page and sign up for that.
Or you can go to this link that I'm posting in the chat right now. Bam! There you go.
Oh, it's right there. Cool.
It's right
Hold
there.
on.
It's
Let's see how
popped
many
up.
people are asking. Oh. Why didn't it?
What? Page is gone, son of Aragorn. What?
That doesn't make any sense.
Did you post the link? No, let's...
Here,
Okay,
hang on.
I
I'll do
clicked
it.
on it on...
I'll do it because I have it up in my thing right now.
It's going to be a
I
much
can do
longer...
it. I can do it 12 times.
There it goes. That's better.
There it
Why
is.
did my link fail?
1,800 people for the amount of money that I paid for this damn thing. I should have more people than that. But 20 copies, and it's 1,800 people are in it right now. So
That's still
You're
not
gonna have
terrible.
yeah, it's not terrible, but I used to see some of the other giveaways here that paid the same amount of money I did, getting way more. So
I mean,
that kind of bugs me. But
it's a really good book, guys. I highly recommend it.
all right, cool. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Well, I guess until next week, guys. We'll see you right here on the True Blue Riffcast.
Rock till you die.
Rock till you die.